For the past couple of weeks, I've been following, the preparation for the UK election, the different manifestos, interview granted, the debate between the different, candidates for the post of the Prime Minister. And to be honest with you, I think 99% of what I've really been hearing from all of their manifesto is bordered around UK immigration. And to be honest, I think that's one of the things most of the people in the UK are really concerned and looking out for. Now, one of the statistics released by by a particular survey carried out a couple of days ago shows that about 43% of people in the UK believes that, they believe that UK immigration at the moment has more negative impact than positive impact. And, of course, they've got their reason for saying this because of, the huge competition to different, public services ranging from NHS, housing, just to mention a few. And they believe that there's more negative impact of UK immigration compared to the positive impact. So let's listen to the full video on this particular survey.
Parties have been talking about immigration, but what does the public think? Well, an exclusive poll for Sky News has found that across the country, 43% of people asked thought that immigration has a negative impact on British society. That's compared to 35% here who say it has a positive impact. So clear difference there. And there are also clear differences between age groups. 54% of 18 to 24-year-olds thinks that immigration has a positive effect. But the older you get, the lower this number comes down. When you get to 65 and over, only 20% of those people thought immigration is good for society. And the results vary according to location. Actually, it's only in London and in Scotland that people were more likely to say that immigration has a positive impact. So the lighter the colour here, the less supportive people are of immigration. You see that band here, Northern Ireland not included in this survey. But the poll also revealed deep political distrust among the public. 52% of people said they think Labour aren't telling the truth about what they really think about immigration. Not much better for the Conservatives, only 49% here, so not a big difference, saying the same thing about them. The Lib Dems doing slightly better, maybe they spelled it out better. But every region, every demographic distrusted the main two parties here on this point. The exception here, Reform UK, the only party people think are telling the truth about their views on immigration. 60%, big number, agreed that the party was saying what it genuinely thought. That doesn't mean they necessarily agree with the public, but they do think they're saying what they think. And the people don't really trust the main two parties to follow through on their promises. People thought that immigration would increase under both a Labour, that's what they're talking about here, and under the Conservative government, whatever it is, despite believing that the policies of the parties is to reduce it. And finally, respondents also thought that cutting immigration would have a negative impact on the NHS, on hospitality and on social care, but a positive impact here on housing and the housing crisis. So how do we take all that together? Well, the public understands that cutting immigration would hurt those very important sectors. So does it want politicians to be honest about that and cut immigration anyway? Or does it want to do the same things as the parties are doing, saying that immigration is too high, but to avoid damaging those sectors, keep it high while still complaining?
And a couple of days ago, I was on Twitter, and I get to see lots of people saying, oh, we want our country back. The immigrants are taking over our country, and all of those kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, I sat and had to think of it that these same immigrants that they are saying are taking over their jobs are not allowed or don't have access to public funds. We actually pay our way out of every single thing here in the UK. There's so many benefits they get to have. And to be honest with you, when it comes to jobs, many of the jobs done by immigrants in the UK are jobs that the citizens don't want to do. And that's the sincere truth. So many of those warehouse jobs, if you go there, it's packed with immigrants, people from Asia, from Africa doing those jobs. I personally did, this warehouse job for about 3 weeks, and it was the most terrible couple of weeks of my entire life. It's extremely hard and difficult. And these are jobs that the British citizens don't want to do. And immigrants are the ones taking over or taking up these jobs. And for them to now say, oh, they want their jobs back. To be honest, most organizations in the UK would prefer to employ a British citizen compared to an immigrant. And this is for so many reasons, one of which is if you're employing an immigrant, they've got limitation and restrictions on their visas. Many of them can't be on the job for a long time and all of this kind of stuff. And it just makes sense to employ someone who is a citizen who has unlimited right to work, unlimited right to stay. in the country compared to, getting immigrants to do the job. And the sincere truth is, many of the immigrants, are the ones applying for these jobs. There was this particular vacancy we put out to my organization for a junior analyst role. And based on the survey we did on the application, we had about 91% of people applying for those jobs. They are all immigrants, those who need visas. You get what I mean? So it shows that if this, British citizens are not applying for these jobs, organizations can't give them the job. So if they're claiming that, oh, immigrants are taking over their jobs, the first question is, are they applying for those jobs? Are they trying to get into these jobs? No organization in its right mind, would see a British citizen that has the right skill set, the right requirement for that particular job, and choose to give another immigrant. It makes no financial, and economic sense to do that, because that particular immigrant will probably need visa. They'll need to pay for his visa. There's a particular amount Home Office request from organizations who are sponsoring, immigrants to work. They're going to avoid and boycott all of those expenses and stress of visa application by just employing a British citizen. So the truth is, immigrants are not taking over your jobs. They are not just applying for those jobs, and immigrants are the one who have got the right skill set, to take over some of those jobs. And in the light of this, these restrictions, it's not, all of this conversation is not just around illegal migration. Even those who are here illegally are also facing the heat. For those who are conversant with, the whole conversation going on at the moment about the Rwanda trip, people who are coming to the UK as illegal immigrants being, sent down to Rwanda and all of that. And it's really sad. I was watching a video a couple of days ago, which I'm going to show on the screen in the next couple of minutes now. And I see how illegal immigrants are living in the UK. To be honest with you, I really don't know how those guys survive. And I don't know if you have any thoughts around that. Even for those who are here legally, are really struggling, trying to meet up with financial obligations. And I don't know how all of these illegal immigrants are also surviving in the country. Yeah, I know some of them get put in a hotel, they get put in service accommodation, paid by the Home Office while they, attend to their cases and applications. But at the same time, they can't work. They can't make money. I really don't know how they survive, to be honest. And if you watch this particular video, listen to what, some of the illegal immigrants who are currently, whose situation is currently with the Home Office, what they are facing and what they have to say about the whole Rwanda.
Yeah.
When Kidus, who's from Eritrea, crossed the channel in this small boat back in June 2022, the UK government had already announced plans to send migrants to Rwanda. But he says one of the people traffickers told him not to worry.
The smuggler, they say no, that they are always, like this, so no problem, they said.
The smuggler said it wouldn't happen to you?
Yeah.
Earlier this month, one of his Eritrean friends who came in the same small boat was detained when he went to a routine appointment at a Home Office building in Liverpool. So that's your friend that's been detained?
Yeah.
Nahon tells us he's now in a detention centre near Gatwick Airport.
It's like a nightmare. It's like a prison, and I don't like it here. I'm really stressed and panicked about the situation.
He says he's feeling increasingly desperate at the prospect of being sent to Rwanda.
They can send my body, but not me alive.
Really? That's how you feel?
Yeah. I'm just giving up.
Kudus had already received his own warning letter, but his friend's detention has left him so afraid he can't decide whether to keep going to his appointments with the Home Office or stop showing up.
If I go, I know they will detain me. So I'm just confused what I'm going to do.
But he can't just disappear while still living here in Home Office-funded accommodation.
I always thinking that they'll come and they'll take me to the detention. Even I'm not feel safe here.
The government says it's determined to get flights going to Rwanda within weeks. It's a central policy and ahead of the general election, a key dividing line with Labour. People's futures depend on what happens in the coming months. In London, Noura, who's in her 20s and also from Eritrea, has been warned she too could be sent to Rwanda.
Sometimes I say, why me?
What will you do if they send you to Rwanda?
I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Die.
Because it's not safe country. What is the difference from Eritrea? It's the same.
Now you know about Rwanda, would you have come to the UK?
No. No.
Kidus agrees.
If I know this, I will never come here.
Where would you have gone?
Any in Belgium or France or Germany, maybe.
That's what the government wants, people to choose not to come to the UK.
With all sincerity, I think the whole UK immigration stuff, we're going to really see what's going to happen come July 4th when we get to know which party is going to take power, if the Conservative are still going to retain, or the Labour or the Reform Party will be taking over, and we get to see a whole lot of things that's really going to happen around UK immigration in the next couple of months. And yeah, we're looking forward to it to see what exactly would change, what exactly would happen in terms of UK immigration policies. But yeah, what do you have to say about all of this conversation about immigrants taking over the jobs and British people thinking that UK immigration is actually making more negative impact than positive? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family and my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.